A very warm welcome from my office here in Vienna. I today have the pleasure to present you a novelty coming from Glashütte Original. And talking about Glashütte Original, of course, Glashütte is already giving you a hint where we are located or where we are heading to. We're talking about a manufacturer, a fully integrated manufacturer located in Germany, in Saxony, south of Dresden, and there is that little village of Glashütte, and in Glashütte you have a lot of watchmaking going on. So that's the watchmaking hotspot in Germany. And Glashütte Original is a fully integrated and a manufacturer that is really capable to manufacture everything. The only thing that's a funny saying I had last time when we filmed in Glashütte, I was standing in front of the building and I was saying they're really able to do everything by themselves, from the tiniest little screws. They conceive and manufacture their own movements, they do their own dials and so on. And the only thing they're not able to do are the straps. So I said
there's no hidden crocodile farm where they have the crocodiles to make any alligator straps, but 95% of the parts are manufactured here.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications. Let me show you the watches. We are talking about the 60s edition. 60s is a watch that is looking back to the 1960s of Glashütte Original. They have launched a so-called annual edition 2 years ago. In 2018, it was a watch with a very particular green dial. And last day, you might remember this vivid, really gorgeous looking orange dial. And this year, the annual edition are two watches, an automatic freehand watch in a steel case, 39 millimeters, with an automatic movement, a see-through case, of course. And the second one is a chronograph of 42 millimeter case, also a steel case, of course, and a see-through. Both watches are, as I just said, the so-called annual edition of the 60s. And these watches feature a wonderful blue dial, a dégradé dial, as they call it, meaning that the color of the dial from the outside to the inner side is changing in a way that it is darker on the outside and less dark or brighter in the inner side. And the color that the dial features on the inner side, that light blue, they call it Glacier Blue. It's called Glacier Blue. On both watches the same, the annual edition of the 60s of 2020. So let me jump right into the description of the 39mm automatic watch. The very interesting thing is that the watch has a domed sapphire crystal on both sides. That's a very interesting detail. So the sapphire crystal that protects or covers or enables the reading of the time on the upper side is domed, as well as the one that is showing you the entire beauty of the caliber 39, the in-house caliber 39 of Glashütte Original. We also have to mention that this bombé or this domed effect is also continued on the dial. So also the dial is not completely flat, but has a flat surface, and then at the end is domed a little bit. And that means that the hands of this watch are not flat but look like this. So the end of the hand really follows the form or follows the design of the dial, and this really gives a very nice three-dimensional and beautiful effect when you look at this, when you look at the dial, beside of looking at it with that beautiful color that from the outside to the inner side gets less blue. And if you turn it in the light, it's really you can play around with the light reflecting on the dial. The second watch of the 60s annual collection of Glashütte Original is the chronograph, a 42mm chronograph, extremely gorgeously looking, in my honest opinion, as we say. A watch that has no date. Now the discussion may start, do you need a date or you don't need a date? I know that many of you think a date is absolutely necessary on a watch. I would say yes and no. Because thinking about having a date here would, in my opinion, really destroy the design or probably not let the watch look the same way as it does actually. So the 42mm chronograph features a subdial with a 30-minute counter and the running second. Then start, stop as you're used to have, and reset. And on the back side, of course, you can see through the also domed, as already mentioned before with the automatic version, domed sapphire back. You can perfectly have a look on the automatic, the caliber 39 movement from Glashütte Original. So we also do have to mention that both watches feature a very, very beautiful strap. It is calf leather strap, nubuck brown gray. They call the color nubuck brown gray. A color that matches that blue perfectly. And in case you think that this probably is not the strap you want to wear the watch with, I can tell you one thing. If there is one brand offering you really a variety of choices of straps you could exchange, then it's Glashütte Original. Every boutique and also the authorized dealers of Glashütte Original have a big choice of straps available for you, so you can use them or change them easily if you don't like this proposal they are making. I have to admit I a little bit fell in love with that chronograph. It's really looking extrememly good here on my wrist, combined with the shirt I've chosen today, so it's really kind of a perfect fit. Shirt to watch, watch strap to shirt, etc. And the one really amazing thing is the dial. This wonderful, they call dégradé effect, that effect that from the outside you have a darker blue and to the inner side it's a more lighter blue called Glacier Blue. These dials are also made in-house. They are not made in Glashütte, in Saxony, but they are made in Pforzheim. That's a company that belongs to Glashütte Original, the dial maker of Glashütte Original. It's in Pforzheim, and Pforzheim is located just beside of Stuttgart in Germany. Honestly, this is really beautiful. And for me, besides of the beauty of the automatic, the 39mm automatic movement that will perfectly fit also on a women's wrist, equally as on a man's wrist, I would say that chronograph for me is one of the beautifulest, let's say sporty, elegant chronographs I have seen for a long time. It's really a gorgeous watch. And for those who probably said the last 2 years following what Glashütte Original has been doing in terms of that 60s annual 60s collection, and if you say, okay, that green from 2018 was a little bit extreme for me, and the orange last year, vivid, beautifully, but not my cup of coffee, because wearing the watch, it looked, I don't know. The blue now, there are no more excuses. In terms of if you're looking for a beautiful watch you can wear easily, like today with a shirt as I do, with some jeans, or even with a suit, this is a watch that would perfectly fit them. As well as the 39mm automatic, even though I have to admit that the chronograph, that would be my watch. Absolutely, my watch. Okay, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Unfortunately, once again I had to present a novelty out of my office. Of course, we are committing to still going to the manufacturers, and it's not going to be the future of WatchAdvisor that we are making presentations out of my office. But as you all know, due to the corona crisis, COVID-19, traveling these days is absolutely impossible, so I have to stay home. I'm home. And I'll do the best. We all hope that we will overcome this crisis safe. And I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, stay safe. That's the most important things these days. And keep an eye on that, what we are doing. We will have more presentations of novelties coming up very soon here on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. And for today, I say goodbye from Vienna, and yeah, see you very soon. Bye.